Another overlooked benefit is immune support. As immune function naturally weakens with age, kefir's probiotic profile helps regulate immune responses and reduce chronic low-grade inflammation. Many seniors report fewer digestive infections, better regularity, and improved energy when kefir becomes part of their daily routine. How you choose kefir matters. Look for plain, unsweetened kefir made with whole milk and clearly labeled live active cultures. Avoid flavored versions, which often contain added sugars that cancel out kefir's benefits. A small glass with meals, blended into a berry smoothie, or mixed with oats or chia seeds is more than enough to deliver benefits. For seniors over 60, kefir is not just a beverage. It is a daily gut-up, supporting bone-protecting, inflammation-calming ritual. And next we'll move to another milk that closely resembles traditional cow's milk, but offers far greater benefits for digestion, joints, and brain health in older adults. The third milk that can genuinely support health after 60 is unsweetened, calcium-fortified almond milk. When chosen carefully, this is one of the safest and most practical options for older adults in the U.S., especially for those dealing with joint pain, blood sugar instability, or digestive sensitivity. What makes almond milk beneficial at this stage of life is what it does not contain. Unsweetened almond milk has no lactose, no inflammatory A1 casein protein, and virtually no natural sugar. For seniors whose digestion has slowed and whose insulin sensitivity has declined, this dramatically reduces the risk of bloating, glucose spikes, and chronic low-grade inflammation that quietly damages joints and brain cells over time. But the real value comes when almond milk is properly fortified. High-quality brands are enriched with calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium, a trio that works together to protect aging bones and muscles. Calcium provides the raw material for bone strength. Vitamin D ensures that calcium is absorbed effectively. Magnesium supports muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and balance. After 60, deficiencies in this trio are extremely common and are a major contributor to fractures, cramps, and falls. Another overlooked benefit is vitamin E. Almond milk is naturally rich in this antioxidant, which helps protect cells from oxidative stress. In older adults, oxidative stress accelerates joint degeneration and cognitive decline. Adequate vitamin E intake has been associated with better memory retention and slower age-related brain changes, making almond milk a quiet ally for long-term brain health. Unsweetened, fortified almond milk is also metabolically gentle because it is low in carbohydrates. It helps keep blood sugar stable, an important factor in preserving muscle mass and energy levels after 60. Stable blood sugar reduces fatigue, prevents midday crashes, and lowers the risk of progressing from prediabetes to diabetes. However, this milk is only beneficial if chosen correctly. Many almond milks on store shelves contain added sugars, gums, and artificial flavorings that undo these advantages. Seniors should always choose versions labeled unsweetened and check that calcium and vitamin D are clearly listed on the nutrition label. A short ingredient list is a good sign. In daily life, unsweetened, fortified almond milk is easy to use. It works well in oatmeal, smoothies with berries, chia pudding, or simply as a light afternoon drink. It hydrates, nourishes, and supports joints without burdening digestion. For seniors over 60, unsweetened, fortified almond milk isn't just a substitute. It's a strategic choice for reducing inflammation, protecting bones, and supporting brain health. And next, we'll move to the final and most powerful milk on our list, the one that looks familiar, but is fundamentally different on the inside. The fourth and most powerful milk for seniors over 60 is A2 whole milk. On the surface, it looks just like regular cow's milk. It pours the same, tastes familiar, and fits easily into daily routines. But inside, it is fundamentally different. And that difference matters enormously for aging bodies. The key is the protein type. Most conventional cow's milk in the U.S. contains A1 beta-casein, a protein that has been linked to digestive discomfort, joint inflammation, and cognitive fog in older adults. A2 milk, however, comes from specially selected cows that produce only A2 beta, a form the human body has consumed for thousands of years and typically digests far more smoothly. After 60, the gut lining becomes thinner and more sensitive, and stomach acid levels decline. This makes seniors more vulnerable to inflammatory reactions from hard-to-digest proteins. Clinical studies show that older adults who switch from regular milk to A2 milk experience significantly fewer digestive symptoms, including bloating, cramping, and heaviness. But the benefits go well beyond digestion. When inflammation in the gut decreases, the entire body benefits. Seniors consuming A2 milk have shown lower inflammatory markers, improved joint comfort, and better mental clarity compared to those drinking standard milk. This is critical because chronic low-grade inflammation accelerates bone loss, muscle breakdown, and cognitive decline. A2 whole milk also supports bone and muscle health more effectively. It provides high-quality protein for muscle repair, along with calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus for bone strength. Because A2 milk is easier to digest, seniors are more likely to absorb and use these nutrients properly instead of losing them due to inflammation or poor digestion. Another important advantage is the fat content. Choosing whole A2 milk, not low-fat, helps the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins, such as vitamin D and vitamin K2, both essential for directing calcium into bones rather than arteries. His second major problem is ultra-pasteurization. This process heats milk to extremely high temperatures to extend shelf life. While it kills bacteria, it also destroys natural enzymes and denatures delicate proteins, making the milk harder to digest. For seniors with lower stomach acid and slower digestion, this means bloating, poor nutrient absorption, and more inflammation, even if you don't feel immediate stomach pain. Then there's the chemical burden. Conventional milk often comes from cows treated with growth hormones, antibiotics, and fed GMO grains. Trace residues can remain in the milk. Over years, this exposure may contribute to hormonal disruption, impaired calcium regulation, and immune confusion. Three factors that accelerate bone loss, muscle weakness, and overall aging. Perhaps the most concerning outcome is bone health. Many seniors drink this milk believing it protects their bones. In reality, studies suggest regular consumption of ultra-pasteurized A1 milk is linked to higher fracture risk, oxidative stress, and even markers of accelerated cellular aging. The calcium is there, but the body struggles to use it properly in an inflammatory environment. This milk is dangerous because it feels harmless. It's familiar, it's everywhere. But for seniors over 60, ultra-pasteurized A1 cow's milk often does more harm than good. If you still want dairy, safer options include A2 milk, goat milk, or fermented choices, which we'll discuss next. But conventional ultra-pasteurized cow's milk, after 60, it belongs firmly on the list of milks to avoid. And coming up next, we'll shift gears because not all milk is bad. In fact, the right milk choices can actively protect your bones, joints, and brain as you age. Now, let's shift to the positive side because not all milk is harmful after 60. In fact, when chosen correctly, milk can become a powerful ally for aging bones, digestion, and overall vitality. The first beneficial milk seniors should seriously consider is goat milk. Goat milk is often overlooked in the U.S., but for older adults, it can be one of the most effective tools for protecting digestion, bones, and overall resilience. After 60, one of the biggest hidden threats to health is declining gut function. As we age, the diversity of beneficial bacteria in the gut drops. This reduces nutrient absorption, weakens the immune system, and increases chronic inflammation throughout the body. Kefir directly addresses this problem. It is a living fermented milk that contains 30 or more strains of beneficial bacteria and yeast, far more than standard yogurt. Clinical research shows that seniors who consume kefir regularly experience improved gut microbiome diversity, which leads to better digestion and significantly improved absorption of key nutrients, especially calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. This is critical after 60, when bone loss accelerates, not because seniors stop consuming calcium, but because their bodies stop absorbing it efficiently. One of kefir's most important benefits is its impact on bone health. Kefir provides calcium and phosphorus, but more importantly, it supports the gut environment needed to actually use these minerals. Some varieties of kefir also contain vitamin K2, a nutrient that helps direct calcium into bones, rather than allowing it to accumulate in arteries. This is a crucial advantage for seniors concerned about both osteoporosis and heart health. Kefir also plays a role in muscle strength and balance. A healthier gut reduces systemic inflammation, which helps preserve muscle tissue and improve nerve signaling. Studies involving older adults have linked regular kefir consumption to better coordination and walking stability, an important factor in reducing fall risk.
But when oat milk is not properly fortified, it can quietly undermine senior health. The first major problem is nutrient deficiency. After 60, your bones depend heavily on consistent intake of calcium and vitamin D to slow bone loss. Most unfortified oat milks contain little to no calcium, vitamin D, or magnesium. That means every glass displaces more nutritious options without actually supporting bone strength. Over time, this can accelerate bone thinning, muscle weakness, and higher fracture risk, especially in seniors who already struggle to absorb nutrients efficiently. The second concern is blood sugar instability. Oat milk is naturally high in carbohydrates, and many commercial brands break down quickly into glucose once consumed. After 60, your body's ability to regulate blood sugar declines significantly. That means these sweetened milks cause rapid glucose surges, followed by sharp crashes that leave you tired, shaky, and hungry again soon after. Over time, this pattern fuels insulin resistance, belly fat, and higher risk of type 2 diabetes, all of which directly threaten mobility and independence. But sugar isn't the only concern. Many flavored lactose-free milks contain artificial sweeteners such as sucralose, along with stabilizers like carrageenan. In older adults, these additives can disrupt the gut microbiome, worsening digestion instead of improving it. A disturbed gut increases systemic inflammation, which can show up as joint pain, stiffness, brain fog, and slower recovery from illness or injury. Another hidden problem is how these milks achieve their smooth, creamy texture. Many brands rely on processed oils and emulsifiers. These ingredients interfere with healthy fat metabolism and can worsen cholesterol profiles. For seniors already facing higher cardiovascular risk, this creates unnecessary strain on the heart and blood vessels. What makes flavored lactose-free milk especially dangerous is the false sense of security it creates. Seniors drink it believing they're protecting their digestion, when in reality they may be trading bloating for chronic inflammation, unstable blood sugar, and gradual weight gain. Over time, this pattern accelerates muscle loss, weakens balance, and increases fatigue, making daily activities harder than they need to be. If you need lactose-free milk, the safer choice is clear. Unflavored, unsweetened lactose-free milk with a simple ingredient list. It still provides protein, calcium, and vitamin D without the metabolic chaos caused by sugar and additives. For natural sweetness, pair it with low glycemic fruits like berries or a sprinkle of cinnamon. Flavored lactose-free milk may promise comfort, but for seniors over 60, it often creates bigger problems than it solves. And next, we'll look at the most common milk of all, the one many seniors grew up drinking, and why it may be the most damaging choice of all after 60. Now let's talk about the most common and often the most damaging milk for seniors after 60. Ultra-pasteurized conventional cow's milk, especially milk that contains the A1 beta-casein protein. This is the milk many older Americans grew up drinking. It feels familiar, comforting, and normal. But after 60, this type of milk can quietly accelerate many age-related health problems. The first issue is the A1 protein itself. Most conventional cow's milk in the U.S. comes from cows that produce A1 beta. In older adults, this protein can break down into inflammatory compounds during digestion. As we age, the gut lining becomes more sensitive and less resilient. A1 protein can trigger low-grade gut inflammation that doesn't stay in the gut, it spreads throughout the body. Over time, this can worsen joint pain, stiffness, slower reaction time, and even brain fog. Clinical studies have shown that seniors who regularly consume A1 milk tend to have higher inflammatory markers, more digestive discomfort, and poorer cognitive clarity compared to those who switch to gentler alternatives. For an aging body already dealing with inflammation, this creates a constant background stress that quietly drains strength and mobility. After 60, you must be extremely careful when choosing milk because it always carries hidden health risks at this stage of life. Clinical research shows that several common milks, including ones many seniors drink every day, can quietly inflame joints, weaken bones, spike blood sugar, and even accelerate memory decline. In older adults, the wrong milk has been linked to higher fracture risk and chronic inflammation. The reason is simple. After 60, your body no longer processes food the same way. Digestion slows, inflammation rises more easily, and calcium absorption becomes less efficient. That means a milk that once seemed safe can now slowly damage your bones, joints, metabolism, and brain, often without obvious warning signs. Many seniors trust labels like low-fat, plant-based, or lactose-free, assuming they mean healthy. In reality, these products often hide added sugars, inflammatory proteins, and heavy processing that strip away nutrients your aging body desperately needs. Over time, these daily choices can lead to weaker bones, joint stiffness, fatigue, balance problems, and faster cognitive decline. But here's the good news. Milk itself is not the enemy. Choosing the wrong milk is. Clinical studies show that certain types of milk can actually support bone density, calm inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and protect the aging brain. The key is knowing which milks to avoid completely and which ones truly support health after 60. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, and welcome to Senior Healthcare. In today's video, I'll show you the 4 worst milks seniors should never touch, and then the 4 best milks you should drink daily to protect your bones, joints, and mind. Stay with me until the end, because one milk on our best list is rarely talked about, yet it's been shown to support healthier aging after 70. If this matters to you, like this video, subscribe to Senior Healthcare, and turn on the notification bell. And tell me in the comments what kind of milk is in your fridge right now. Let's begin with the first milk seniors should be very cautious about after 60. Sweetened almond milk. At first glance, this sounds like a healthy choice. It's plant-based, dairy-free, and often marketed as heart-healthy or gentle on digestion. Many older adults switch to it believing they're making a smarter, gentler choice for their aging bodies. Unfortunately, for many seniors in the U.S., sweetened almond milk does exactly the opposite. The biggest problem is added sugar. Most sweetened almond milks on grocery store shelves contain cane sugar, rice syrup, or other sweeteners added to improve taste. After 60, your body's ability to manage blood sugar naturally declines. That means even moderate amounts of sugar can cause sharp glucose spikes, followed by energy crashes, increased fatigue, and stronger inflammatory responses. Over time,